This is an overview of how to pass the pharmacy technician certification
Hey
exam.
guys, this is Grace and I'm a pharmacist. I have come across a couple techs who are such a great part of the team, but have been struggling to pass the pharmacy technician exam. And so we are no longer able to work together, and that makes me really sad. And I know not everyone has access to good study material, so I wanted to jump on here and provide some tips and tricks to prepare for the exam and to increase your chances of passing. So I'm hoping that my technicians are tuning in and any other tech who needs a little bit of help finds this useful.
So, the four main categories on the exam are medications, federal law, quality issues, and data entry. The first knowledge domain is medications. Each bullet point indicates the information that technicians will be held responsible for knowing. This is the largest portion of the exam. One mistake I see technicians making is trying to memorize each and every word. For example, on the right side, you will see lisinopril, enalapril, captopril listed out. Instead of memorizing every single word, one way to save time and energy from memorizing is to group together drugs based on suffixes or prefixes. On the bottom, you will see PRIL in bold. This is because all angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors or ACE inhibitors end in pril, and this is used for lowering blood pressure. So the next time you see a word that ends in pril, even if you've never seen that whole word before, you'll know automatically that it is an ACE inhibitor and it is used for blood pressure solely because you can recognize the suffix as pril. The next section is federal law. Because each state has its own law, technicians will be held responsible for knowing the federal law solely. There are general rules that dictate what a technician can do on a daily basis versus what a pharmacist can do. And so technicians will be held responsible for knowing the following bullet points. To memorize these laws, the best method that I've seen is using flashcards. On one side, write down the law or the rule, and the other side, list out the description. If you're able to recall the description when you look at the law, or able to identify the law looking at the description, then you're able to recall the facts, which will help you on the exam. The next section entails quality issues. The bullet points cover high alert drugs, adverse event reporting, and different procedures that occur in the pharmacy. One way to understand and apply this knowledge is to complete practice questions. For example, on the right side, it asks, identify high alert medications. After reading the choices, I hope you selected B, insulin. This is because a small incremental error in the instructions for insulin can cause a significant harm to the patient. Therefore, insulin is the best choice out of all the other tablets or capsules or creams. The last learning domain is order entry. This entails a lot of the calculations and translation of prescriptions in the pharmacy. This section can seem intimidating to lots of technicians who say they are afraid of math or feel like they're not good at math. Calculations is something you can definitely do, especially if you practice. One calculation that you may have to do is listed on the right side. One thing I tell technicians is to always be mindful of the units. Understand what units the question is in, or in a real life scenario, what units a doctor has in the prescription, and what units either the question is asking for or what units you're supposed to enter into the system. I hope you found these tips and tricks to be helpful. I know studying for an exam can be anxiety inducing, but coming along the journey with someone else can always relieve that stress and help you feel more confident. Follow for more advice.